Hey, I'm Logan Christopher from LegendaryStrength.com, and in this video I want to talk about how to do a backflip. Now, the backflip is one of the coolest yet fairly simple of acrobatic moves. If you can do that, then you're pretty awesome in most people's eyes. I have to give you this disclaimer though: do this at your own risk. There is danger involved in going backwards. People have hurt themselves, so if you're going to pursue this, it's your choice to do so. Let's cover the basic form of the backflip, also known as the back tuck. The main thing that people mess up is they think you're going backwards, you want to jump backwards, but truthfully you actually want to jump straight up if you're doing a standing backflip. If you're jumping off of something, that's a different matter, but for this move you actually want to get full height as much as you can. You also want to get your body completely extended. Only at the top of the jump, that's when you're going to do the tucking portion, pulling your legs into you, which gets the rotation of your body and brings you to your feet. If you're jumping backwards, then likely you're going to be starting the rotation too early. You're not going to get as much height. You can still pull off the move, but it's going to be harder to do, and that's the biggest mistake that people make. And even if you know this concept, you're still likely going to be jumping back because you're thinking of doing the tuck before getting the full extension of the body. I will say this: I'm not perfect at this move. My jump is pretty good, and when I'm working on it I can really get a straight angle, but my tuck's really not that good at all. That's a cool thing about the backflip. You don't need to be perfect at any of this stuff in order to pull off a standing backflip. Once you have it down, it's actually quite easy to do. Now here's the thing: how to do the backflip is good. Important to know, but you can learn that just about anywhere and it's not actually going to help you at all. What you need to know is how to work up to doing the backflip. How do you make this skill something natural that you and your body can do? This is going to depend on a whole lot of different things. One is, where are you starting at? For some people, going over backwards doesn't scare them at all. For me, I couldn't do this on a trampoline. Just the thought of it scared the crap out of me. So I had to really start much earlier than some other people. Secondly, do you have spotters available? Do you have different equipment that is going to be useful in helping you to gain this skill? That's ideal, optimal, but not everyone has that. So depending on what you have available to you and where you're starting at, you're going to have a different progression than someone else. So I have taken everything I personally know about the backflip and how I built up to it. For me, it took 9 different steps to go through to be able to get to it. I've put in different ways you can progress with it, different things you can do after you've attained the backflip, how to actually work at overcoming fear, which is probably the biggest part. If you're reasonably athletic, once you learn how to do this movement, you're actually probably likely you have the strength and capability in which to do it. I've taken all this information and put together in a short book that's available on Amazon. You can click the link below. It's available for the Kindle. You can get paperback copy. It will give you everything I personally know about how to do the backflip, how to really work up to it, which is the most important thing, because the form itself is quite simple, but how to build up to it, that's the hard part. If you put this stuff into action, you too can be doing standing backflips. Simple as that.